If you've ever wanted to know how to have an effective realtor office presentation and what to say, you are listening to the right episode of the Loan Officer Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Steve Kiles. We are powered by the Mortgage Marketing Animals. And today's topic really came out of the Loan Officer Breakfast Club this week. One of Kristen's Corner's questions was help. I'm literally presenting to a realtor agent office this week. What in the world do I say? How do I have an effective office presentation for a realtor? And I thought, well, let's do this. Let's just jump on a quick podcast episode and let's talk about it. I've got a lot of thoughts on how to be really effective with events. One of the things I'm probably really strong at is how to host effective events that actually move the needle. So when you're doing something like a office presentation to a group of realtors, I've thought about 7 things. I've got 7 things that I think will help you not only make sure that it's effective, but actually have measured results that move the needle. So, hey, before I get into that, I just want to say thank you for everybody who has given us a review. Remember this, if you give us a review on the podcast and then screenshot that review wherever you consume content, Apple iTunes or Google Podcast or Spotify, wherever that is, give us a review and then send it to support@themarketinganimals.com, support@themarketinganimals.com. I'm going to give you a mortgage marketing animals Tumblr. So just send that in an email to support@themarketinganimals.com, along with an address on where to send the Tumblr. And that'll be my gift to you for giving us an honest review on the podcast. And make sure that you subscribe so you get it every week, and then share it with 2 people that you know today could benefit from the content we're putting out, helping you have just amazing months and doing even more and having great success in the industry. That's the ask that I have for you. So, all right, let's jump back in. Help. I'm presenting at a realtor's office. Now, what do I say? So here's what I thought about. Number one is anytime you present to agents or a realtor office, I'd ask you this, write these 7 things down. Number one is, what's my desired result? Oftentimes you get invited to an office presentation, but if we don't have a desired result of what am I walking away with, what am I going to measure this event by? Hey, if this happens, X, I'll consider it a great event. And so you've got to look at what's my desired result. Now, one of the things that we've done is in our desired result for a leveraged event at an agent's office, like if we're going to present and there's 20 agents that show up, we want to do the second thing is it's what's my desired result? Let me just walk you through a few of them and I'll tell you how this plays out. But what do I want? For me, I want to be able to have qualified agent appointments that happen after this. So I want to be real targeted in who's there and meeting the right agents, not the struggle bunnies, but the ones that are actually qualified. Go deeper with 3 to 5 of them, as deep as I can in just a couple of minute conversations. And my desired result for a leveraged event is I want to have follow-up qualified agent appointments that I book at the event, so that, let's say I had 20 people show up, you're only going to have about 2 or 3 that are really qualified. I'm going to be targeting those 2 or 3 at the event. I want to actually book them. Let's say my leveraged event is on a Wednesday. I'm literally going to have a calendar for Thursday and Friday and say, hey, Miss Realtor, Mr. Realtor, man, this has been great. I would love to invest 15 minutes to learn more about what it is you're doing to have such great success. I was looking at your numbers before we had the event. Gosh, you had 20 buy sides last year. Let's grab a coffee. How about tomorrow at 2 or Friday at 3? And literally going to book them into a follow-up qualified agent appointment that next day or the following day, because the desired result for my event would be that I get follow-up new qualified agent appointments so that we could see if we're a good fit and I could close for the commitment. So when I'm doing an event, especially at a realtor's office, it's not just to present rates and fees and product guidelines and updates, and all that's okay. But really, for me, it's a Trojan horse. It is an office presentation that really is under what's undercover is I want to get some qualified agent appointments out of this event. Yes, I'm the expert. Yes, I've got great content. Yes, we're going to present something of value. But at the end of the day, my desired result is I want qualified agent appointments that come out of this that happen in the next 24 to 48 hours. Because here's what I know. If I meet with 10 qualified agents, I'm going to get 2 of them to actively refer me business. So number one, what's my desired result? Number two, you got to know who's going to be in the room. You have to know who's going to be in the room. So when you're setting it up, who else is going to be there? Is it office staff? Is it top producing agents? Is it our newer agents? Who's in the room matters. And I want to be able to target very in a cool way the agents that are qualified. Like, we will definitely have conversations with everyone, but I'm very intentional with who I'm investing my time with, because what I found is this, and I've done probably thousands of events in the last 20 years. Man, we do probably 1 to 2 events a month, and have been doing that for many, 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 many years. And sometimes as many as an event a week. And I'm just telling you, you got to know who's in the room, because if you're not careful, the people that don't produce, that show up at every event but don't have any closings, which is almost 90% of realtors, probably 80 at least, but almost as high as 90%, that are doing less than 8 transactions a year. And so you got to make sure I know who's in the room, because once I know who's in the room, then I can target the right agents to get my desired result, which will be a qualified agent appointment scheduled and booked that day before I leave. Number 3 is this. What is the manager who brought me in, or the agent who brought me in, or the team lead who brought me in? Here's something you always got to be asking. What is their desired result? So the broker or the owner broker of this realty company wants me to come present to their agent. I think we forget to ask them, what's your desired result? Hey, I'd love to come do a 15-minute presentation. How will we both know that it's a home run? How can we both high five each other at the end of the event and say, man, we did it. It was a knockout home run. And you're going to ask me to come back and share with your agents again. I want this to be something that we both find value from. So number 1, what's my desired result? Number 2, who's going to be in the room? Number 3, what's the manager, the team lead, the broker owner? What is their desired result? You got to know it, because you may or may not hit it if you don't ask. And number 4 is this: what's my content? What do we want to share? What are we going to offer or provide the agents that will be of value? Here's the thing. I got a lot of thoughts on this. If it is a quick 3 to 5 minute presentation about you and your team, man, I've got something that's pretty special, a PowerPoint. As a matter of fact, if you'll book a Freedom Planning call, we'll give it to you. So I'm going to give this to my team at the Marketing Animals. I have a PowerPoint. It's called A Partnership That Delivers Even More. I'm going to leave it branded just the way I've got it. I'm not going to do anything on the inside. I'll leave all of I'll leave it so that you can tweak it however you want. But like, if I'm going in to do a 3 to 5 minute presentation, if it's specifically for a team, or if it's for an office and they're saying, hey, we just want you to bring lunch and present, awesome, I'll do that. Lunch is a pretty minimal expense to get in front of the right agents. And so we do a PowerPoint that's called A Partnership That Delivers Even More. And we talk about how our real-time referral program, the Daily Success Plan, actually helps them make even more money, because we're an extension of their sales force. We have a sweat process the same way every time. We focus on the 3 things that that matter to agents most. We close on time, clear communication, with exceptional follow-up. We walk through how our process actually creates comfort and excellence and structure so that they can make even more money. And what we found was, look, when they're coming in just saying, hey, just come in, bring lunch, bring breakfast, share 3 to 5 minutes, a partnership that delivers even more is a great way to whet their appetite and show them how partnering with us with our real-time referral program will make them more money and save them more time. And it's a great way to literally lead into, hey, if you'd like to learn more about how we can partner together, I'm going to be standing over here. Would love to book a 15-minute coffee over the next 2 days to see what we could do to work together and close even more transactions together from what you're already getting. And so that's a very simple content piece to present. Another thing you'll find is like we've done, maybe it's Q&A and it's finding out what they're, if I got 15, 20, 30 minutes and they're saying, hey, just help our office. Awesome. I'd ask them, what are the top 5 struggles you've got right now? Leads, follow-up, conversion. List them out on a whiteboard and then show them how that the daily success plan, the structure, the process, systems will help answer this for each one of the agents and building something that's sustainable, a real business. We've brought in an appraiser. We talked about appraisals and how they matter, and we brought in home inspectors. So there's a myriad of things that you can do. What content? Well, if it's brief, share with them how the partnership with you makes them more money. If it's a longer presentation, find out what resonates with them. Hey, broker owner, what are the things that your agents are most concerned about? Well, I can tell you right now, how do I get more listings? How do I get more buyers? Talk to them about the DSP. Talk to them about their database. Talk to them about adding structure of 2-hour outbound calls. Talk to them about a livable calendar we shared a few episodes back. Go in and give them the resources they need to have the success that you're seeing in today's marketplace by following the DSP. So, by the way, if you want that, the PowerPoint, a partnership that delivers even more, go to freedomplanningcall.com, fill out a couple of pieces of information, book in. My team will actually get on the phone with you, walk you through it. And so if that's something you want, go to freedomplanningcall.com. We'll give it to you. It's my gift here at the Marketing Animals, and just for being a part of the podcast. But I'll just give you something that we're using effectively. It's helping us when we're going in. A partnership that delivers even more really spins it around. I think that's probably really, really relevant about the most conversation they're having in their head right now is, how do I get more leads? How do I get more listings? How do I get back to the numbers they had last year and the year before? And so partnering with us is absolutely going to be a mover in the market. So what's the content? Find out what's relevant. Ask the broker. Use what I'll give you. Go to freedomplanningcall.com, book in, fill out a couple pieces of information. My team will jump on a call and give it to you. But find something that's relevant. Don't go in with rate sheets and products and matrix and guidelines. Listen, there may be one or two that are interested in that. Do a 15-minute meeting. Go in with what's going to move the needle for the most people, and then say, hey, by the way, I've got this one-time close construction product. You got a question about it? I'm going to be standing over here. Let's book into a 15-minute time where we could actually go into more detail. And then in that, you talk about it. But your close is there anything that would prevent me from being someone you could work with? Who do you have today? Who do you have today that I could help you get pre-approved to make sure it's a great use of your time? Close for commitments. More offers, more no's equal more money. Close, close, close. Ask for the business, ask for the commitment. So here's what we've got. What's my desired result? Know who's going to be in the room. What's the manager's desired result who's bringing me in? What's my content? Make it simple, succinct. Don't be lengthy. Be powerful, impactful, the conversation in their head. Use my content if you want it. I'm going to just freedomplanningcall.com. Tell them you want a partnership that delivers even more PowerPoint. We'll give it to you. The fifth thing is this. Call to action. What is your call to action? At the end of your presentation, you've got to have a call to action. For me, it is, I'd love to invest 15 minutes to see how a partnership could be even more beneficial for you and we could make you more money. What is your call to action? My call to action at an event is I want more qualified one-on-one agent appointments. And I am going to do everything I can. If I'm not booking at least 3 qualified agents at every event, the event for us was not a success. We've got to be booking in new qualified agent appointments so that we can build partnerships that last and partnerships that help us both make even more money. So number 5, call to action. What is your call to action? So number 1, what's my desired result? Number 2, Know who's going to be in the room. Number 3, what's the agent manager's desired result? Number 4, what's your content? Number 5, your call to action. Number 6 is follow-up. Money is in the follow-up. What are you doing the next day? Are you following up with the qualified agents that were in the room the next day? What I would do is take the list of every agent that showed up, send them a follow-up text. For the qualified agents, I would do a follow-up phone call the next day, again, trying to book them into another appointment, thanking them for being there, and seeing if they have anyone today that we could help them get pre-approved to make sure it's a good use of the time. The money is in the follow-up. Number 7 is this: measure the results. You have to measure the results of the event. If you're having events, you're not measuring how much you're spending, who's in the room, how many people you scheduled as a follow-up appointment with qualified agents, the leads that you received, or what your desired result was, then you're not measuring the details that matter. We don't do events to stay busy. We do events that are effective, because the concern is you can be busy and not make money. We want to be effective with our time, with our resource and our talent. So you've got to measure the results. Did you achieve the result you desired? If not, tweak, pivot, make an adjustment, get it better the next time. Remember, it's progress over perfection, progress over perfection. So number 1, desired result. Number 2, who's going to be in the room? Number 3, what's the agent manager's desired result? Number 4, what's my content? Number 5, my call to action. Number 6, follow up on who attended. Money is in the follow-up. Number 7, measure your results. You do those 7 things, you will have massive results in the events that you're hosting, especially at realtor broker offices when you're invited as a guest. So I hope that helps. Thank you for being on the journey. You want more help with this? You want that PowerPoint that I've got, a partnership that delivers even more? Go to freedomplanningcall.com, book in. My team will jump on a call, give it to you. You can edit it, do whatever you want. It's my gift. It's yours. Thank you for being on the journey. Make sure that you give us a review. You do that, send it to my team, and we'll get you a Mortgage Marketing Animals tumbler. And remember to share, subscribe. And then remember this: anything worth doing is worth doing badly. Just get started. See ya.